Lil Phat, born Melvin Vernell III on July 25, 1992 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He grew up on the south side of Baton Rouge where his childhood was anything but normal. Surrounded by hustlers, drugs, and gun violence, Phat learned to be a man at an early age. Eager to make a name for himself, the lure of Phat's money would prove too much to resist, and Phat would start selling drugs himself. In 2000, his father Melvin Vernell Jr., aka Mel, along with his partner Marcus Rouge, aka Turk, started the label Trill Entertainment. The label would see success from their first artist Lil Boosie after the release of his second studio album For My Thugs in 2002. In 2007, Phat would sign to Trill Entertainment when he was 15 years old, and first appeared on the album Trill Entertainment Presents Survival of the Fittest that same year. Molded by the streets and his experiences, rapping came natural to him. He would also have an appearance on Fox's album Street Gossip on the song Rubber Band Knots. In 2008, Trill Entertainment released the mixtape First 6 Months by the group 3 Deep, which consisted of Lil Phat, Mouse on the Track, and Shell. The album featured the hit song Watch My Shoes and had guest appearances from Bun B, Plies, Manny Fresh, and more. On October 12, 2008, his debut mixtape Life of a Youngster was released. It was hosted by DJ Khaled and had standout songs like In My Neighborhood, That's My Baby featuring Lady Kim, and Never Change featuring Webby. Phat was just 16 years old at the time. More notably, he featured on the song Independent off of Webby's upcoming album Savage Life 2. The song peaked at number 9 on the Billboard 100, helping Phat to expand his audience. He dropped his second mixtape Death Before Dishonor on December 5, 2009. It was hosted by DJ Trapaholics and had features from Birdman, Pimp C, and Webby. He also appeared on 4 tracks off of Boosie's album Superbad. In November 2010, Trill Entertainment released the compilation mixtape All or Nothing. Phat appeared on 6 out of the 17 tracks. He would also meet the mother of his children that year while eating at Denny's after a show in Indianapolis, Indiana. He dropped his third mixtape Never Use a Pen Again on October 6, 2011. He relocated to Sandy Springs, Georgia, where he lived with his girlfriend and their first child and did shows in Atlanta regularly. Phat would end up renting a 2012 Audi A7 from the Global Elite Luxury Car Rental Services owned by a man named Manny Chapayev. But what he didn't know is Manny was a former member of the Russian mob who had turned FBI informant. He was flipping cars using title and VIN fraud and had just gotten off federal probation for the same thing. Things would hit the fan when Phat got pulled over for speeding. When the officer ran the license plate, the car came back as stolen. Phat was arrested but released with an upcoming court date. With Phat not wanting to plead guilty to the stolen car charge, Manny knew this would send him back to prison. On June 7, 2012, Phat was at the Northside Hospital in Sandy Springs, Georgia, awaiting the birth of his second child. He was about to leave the parking garage when he was shot 4 times while sitting in his car. Manny had placed tracking devices in all of his rental cars and had provided Phat's location to his killers who had came to him looking for Phat, claiming to have been robbed by him days earlier. Detectives will work diligently uncovering the details in the case, leading to the arrest of 4 men for their involvement in the crime. In August 2014, the trial for Lil Phat's murder would begin. After 2 weeks, 2 of the 4 men, DeAndre Washington and Maurice Connor, were convicted of murder. Gary Bradford, also known as Eldorado Red, was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder and given a 25-year sentence but later released. The 4th suspect, Sensei White, will receive 8 years probation after he turned snitch, giving up DeAndre Washington and Maurice Connor as the shooters. Manny Chapayev walked away scot-free as he was also charged for his involvement, but his charges were dropped due to legal technicalities with the FBI. Phat was 19 years old. He was taken away too soon and will never be forgotten. He will always be a Baton Rouge legend. R.I.P. Lil Phat.